Hello everyone and welcome back to an episode of European War 6, and today episode of European War 6 I will tell you guys the special units of each nation. So without further ado, let's just move on into our first nation. So the first unit from the German Empire, or we call Germany or Prussia, is this one, which is the Death Head Hussar. So the Death Head Hussar came with a damage of 61, defense 33, and a mobility 17, which is quite a lot. We rarely see these kinds of cavalry with high speed movement like this. Also one range and a health of 245. It has a cold weapon. I don't know what's that kind of thing, cold weapon, or maybe like a shock thing. It also have a medium armor. The special ability is that it's called the Victory Rush, certain possibility to attack again after defeating the enemy. So this is like a double damage if you kill one enemy out. And the other one is the Rout, can cause damage to an additional frontal target when attacking. Okay, so let's have a look at it. I do have one general actually, which is Murad. Let's see the damage of the Hussar right here. Okay, so that is 64, quite a lot, quite pretty good. I mean, the actual damage is right now is 71, so it can be changed, depends on the terrain, depends on the morale of the troop. You can see the morale of troop drop low, double low, after deal 70 around 69 damage, as far as I remember. Okay, so that is the first first special unit for the Prussia, which is the Death Head Hussar. And for the second special unit of Prussia, it's this artillery right here. It is called Krupp Canon or Krupp Canon, depends on your pronunciation. So Krupp Canon, the actual damage is not that high. So let's have a look at the artillery base right here. So it's called the Krupp Canon, a new artillery built by the German military giant Krupp Corps. It has strong penetration and firepower, but cannot attack close target. It belongs to a large artillery. We also have a normal field artillery, which is called, just called field artillery. The damage is 102 with armor 34, range at 2, and mobility at 10, and the health is 280. Compared to Krupp Canon, we got 110 damage, 32 defense, 9 mobility, 2 ranges, and 305 health. Okay, so compare these two. The field artillery has a powerful firepower range and a long range, but cannot attack close targets. It belongs to the large artillery. So the same thing. Also have artillery, also have the heavy armor, also have the deterrent, which is certain possibility to decrease the enemy morale after the attack. We also have the bombard, which is a certain possibility that enemy cannot fight back when being attacked. Compared to the Krupp Canon, we have the bombard. So the bombard is a certain possibility that the enemy cannot fight back when being attacked. And the other one is the blasting bomb, which is a certain possibility to ignore the enemy defense when attacking. So which means that if you attack enemies on a city or on these kinds of stuff, which means that it will ignore, it will go through that stuff and deal a lot of damage. Okay, and it is called the Krupp Canon. And we can also have Molke over here, which is a generic general right here. He deals quite a lot of damage, 153, sorry, 45 health, defense, 9 mobility, and 500 health point, which is really good. I mean, the damage looks so good. However, compared to each artillery, well, you can see that the population of a field artillery is 9, compared to Krupp Canon is 5, which is 14 by the way. So which means that if you are willing to build this Krupp Canon, be sure that you have enough the population status that you will reach at the maximum, and you can deal you can recruit as many as you can, so that you can win the battle. Okay. For the second nation, which is Austria. So Austria doesn't really have any special unit at all. I mean, they do have one, but that unit doesn't really play a important role in the game at all. So we can see here, which is the Hungarian Hussar. So Hungarian Hussars, let's have a look at a small background of it. So Hungarian Hussar has a different portraits from the others. Hungarian Hussar are light cavalry composed with Hungarians called perfect knights They have excellent horsemanship and are courageous. It's belong to light cavalry. So compared to other light cavalry, it's a bit of a rip-off or something. You cannot judge it right now because soon after the updates, which means sorry, soon after you guys upgrade your what is that called, the upgrade stuff in the main menu, you will see a different version of this Hungarian Hussar. I don't really upgrade my cavalry category that much. I only upgrade infantry and artillery because I don't really depends much on cavalry that much. Okay, so it starts with a 51 damage, 34 armor, 17 mobility, 1 range, and 235 health compared to a normal light cavalry. The normal light cavalry has an upper hand, which is a 52 damage, 1 more damage, 34, while it is 36, and the mobility is 18 and the health is 215. But the comparison between the population, Hungarian Hussar has 2 more. So and for the skill as well, only light cavalry have the victory rush, but for the Hungarian Hussar they also have the surprise attack, which means that the enemy has a certain possibility of being unable to counterattack. So this is like a surprise attack that we use in European War 4, basically by Murad. Okay, so since I have one general, which is Murad, let's try the damage. Let's try the normal damage done to the general right here. So damage is 26, not that good, but have a look at the another point of view, which is 49. So that doesn't really deal much. But I mean, if you guys use this Hungarian Hussar from a different version, if you guys upgrade your cavalry to the max, it will deal a better damage than just this one. And for our final nation right now is Russia. Okay, so Russia. Russia has 2 special units. The first one, which is called the Tsar Canon. Okay, so the Tsar Canon, you guys might have seen this many times. Tsar Canon. So the Tsar Canon, the overall damage of it is 100, which is really high, higher than almost. I mean, it's belong to a large artillery, but it has almost the same damage as the Krupp Canon and the field artillery, which it has 24 defense, 10 mobility, 2 range, and 265 health point. Also artillery and also the heavy armor, also with a deterrent, which is a certain possibility to decrease enemy morale after the attack, which is the same as rumor. We also have the bombard, certain possibility that enemy cannot fight back when being attacked. It's like a no counter attack thing or no retaliations or blitzkrieg. Okay, so that's it for the Tsar Canon. And the last one, which is the Cossack. Okay, so Cossack is a legendary troops of the Russian people. Cossack deal a lot of damage, deal way more damage. If this is my Cossack with Murad. Now let's have a look at the stable. You can see the light cavalry, lancer, Cossack, and heavy cavalry. You can see that the heavy cavalry costs less. Almost have the same price, but it costs less between this, the steel. This one is 60, this one is 65, and compared to the population, Cossack costs 3 more population than heavy cavalry, while Cossacks is a heroic cavalry composed of Normandy Cossacks of Eastern European Prairie. Is one of the most important Russian military force. It belonged to the heavy cavalry. If you guys have ever read or watched a movie of Napoleon, you guys will see that the Cossacks were the one that chased Napoleon troops back to France after the defeat of 1812 at Russia. Okay, and yes, compare the damage. This one is 68, 72, 45, 14, 1 more range, and 225. While this one 235 with more health. However, if I'm able to pick this between these two stuff, between these two cavalry, I will choose the Cossack. Definitely I will choose the Cossack, even though it costs more. I mean, it costs more population, but after you upgrade the population, it will go down lower than the heavy cavalry, which is pretty good and pretty amazing for those who plays European War 6. And let's try the damage with Kutuzov. So with Kutuzov we add a damage of 143. Let's try the damage altogether. Okay, that's 118. That's a lot. I mean, the Krupp Canon cannot deal that much. I'm saying the truth. Okay, I'm saying the truth. it doesn't really deal that much the same as the Krupp Canon. The cannon just focus on the location and the bombardment, while the Krupp Canon focus the damage on like field damage, which doesn't really deal a lot when we are trying to take one target, but it deals so good that we're trying to try to take different targets. Okay, so that's it for these episodes of special units of 3 nations. So there's a lot of nation more left that I need to do it, but I will do it later. Hope you guys enjoy this, and you guys can vote a poll which special units do you guys like. Okay, so have a nice day, see you guys next time, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have a nice day.